Are we ready?
Ridiculous at all.
Got half an hour.
So like 20% understood everything. I only understood what was on the test. I never actually understood how to do it. What wasn't the questions on the test. So no, I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, with methods, they will create completely
Different questions on
questions.
that you've
Yes,
never ever seen before. That honestly.
that's what they always try to do. Like 60% is something you might have
So
seen
you can see
before.
if you like actually understand if that's just
Yeah.
stupid.
Well, 60% is very similar to past years. The last third, completely different because they're trying to
And nothing I've ever taught
divide
you.
people up into a rank.
Yeah, but like just taught you my brother can get higher ranks. Basically, not our worry.
Okay, let's quickly go through 3.6. Now, the title is Determining the Rule of a Quadratic Polynomial. Now, for the first question, a parabola has x-intercepts at x equals -5 and x equals 3, and it passes through the point 4,3. Find the rule for this parabola. Now, if you are given x-intercepts, that means you can find out straight away if it was a null factor law, the opposite of each root. If it's x equals -5, inside the bracket it's +5. If it's x equals 3, inside the bracket it's -3. Because from here we can get the intercepts. And they're saying the intercepts are -5 and 3. So you can get to the equation very quickly. However, there's one thing that you need to be mindful of is there a number in front of our problem? What I'm trying to say here, 5, so -5 is here. Does it make sense?
No, that makes sense.
Okay. The x-intercepts are here.
I thought they were the opposite. I thought they were.
That's right. If it's +5, intercepts -5. If it's -3, +3. Okay.
That makes sense.
So the question is, you don't know yet if it does this. You don't know. We know the roots of that. You don't know yet if it does that. It might do that. You don't know yet if it does this. It could do that. You don't know yet. It might even do this. You have so many possibilities. But we know one thing that anchors the whole graph down is a 4 and 3. We know it must go through 4 and 3. So we put that in. 3, A. What's my x is going to change into? 4. Times 9 times 1. What's my A value?
Wouldn't it be 8 times 4 and then times 5?
No.
I'll expand the brackets. Or wouldn't it be 4 times 4?
You wouldn't expand the brackets because we just want 1A.
But there's no way I'm going to remember that.
Okay. 3 on 9. A is 1/3. Our equation is really 1/3 x plus 5x minus 3. And we found that A value. Does anyone know what the number in front of a graph or an x?
1.
What's the term called?
Coefficient.
It's a coefficient, but more specifically with graphs. With quadratics. It starts with a D.
Denominator.
Okay. So it's a dilation. Dilation. You know, when they say your pupils are dilated, they're being stretched. They're being stretched. We're stretching the graph here. Okay, that's the first one done.
You're probably 25 minutes.
What about you, bozos?
You get to wait for English in 25 minutes.
Okay, this one here. Coordinates of the turning point of a parabola are 1 and 3. And the parabola passes through the point 2, 1. Find the rule for this parabola. So we're approaching this equation in turning point form. we know that turning point form looks like that. If I have a turning point that's at 1 and 3, the turning point is 1, 3. What's on the outside? 3. What's on the inside? Excellent. It's an opposite of the x, okay? But what's one thing we need to be mindful of, Maya, again? Something in front of it. Is there a dilation? Okay, so let's put that in. How do we work out a dilation? What's the information from the question that we need to use? Put the 2 and the 1. The 2 and the 1 is an anchor that allows us to find out what A is.
Just through the point 2. 1.
Okay, and you just keep going. -2. So our full equation, you must write it completely. Okay, you might risk losing marks on that. Okay, I'm not going to. Any questions with that? Next question. Whoops. Sorry, it's not an angle. Photocopy didn't scan very well. That was my fault. Parabola passes through the points 1, 6, 0, 1 and -2, 3. Which question is this similar to in our last lesson? Which one was it? What were we talking about? Okay. There was okay. I'm not going to go through it because remember, we're going to substitute each of those 3 things individually to get equation 1, equation 2, and equation 3. And then you're going to use your simultaneous like before. Do you remember doing that last period? We had 3 points that we were using. We put them all in. Okay. Yes, no? Okay. Do you want me to go through this one? We haven't finalized this actually. Okay. Let's do it.
Yes.
Let's do it.
It's not really not actually understands. What about? Maybe that question's about. Tim, you understand this? Tim starts. Tim is one.
Okay, when you are given 3 coordinates, you got to punch them into our basic equation to generate 3 what? 3 equations. And then we're going to start solving using simultaneous equations.
Oh, this is a big question.
Yeah. Okay, let's try to do it quickly.
Nah, so take your time, explain it well, don't do it quickly. It's not.
Okay.
Have it in between. Explain it well and do it.
Wow, it's like he's been trying to do it slow.
That was your real kind of fun, Hudson. Oh, that second one's just 1.
It is. It is. Okay, what do we do? Each of those coordinates has been punched in.
C.
We realize that that's just equals 1. Okay, so now I can put this as a 1.
Well, that all equals 1.
I can put this as a 1 now.
No, on the left, look. A It's A. It's 6 equals A plus B plus 1.
Correct.
And then what? You minus 1. So AB equals 5. And then you
Okay, on this side over here,
3 equals 4.
or A,
Plus negative 2B plus 1. Negative
3 take away 1.
2. Oh, no, sorry.
Can you see what we're getting at here?
Take the 2 out.
Okay, and take the 2 out.
Mate, look at that. That's like
Okay.
That's a lolly. You're even stingy on the lollies just listen to
Are we okay that we've got this equation to
Yeah.
use and this one to use?
Yeah.
Okay. And this was really handy because the zeros helped us to get rid of the A and the B to give a C quickly. And all we're doing now is a simultaneous equations with these two.
Do you do elimination?
Substitution. Let's line them up.
I agree with elimination. No, what's one where you like minus ones off the top?
Okay, if it's a plus B
Cancel
and
out.
a minus
Cancel
B, are we going to subtract or add?
Cancel.
Minus.
Yeah.
We cancel out.
What the hell? I have no idea.
You cancel out.
Cancel out, what do you mean?
You just cross them both off.
You can't.
Or then you
One's a plus, one's a minus.
You're minus because it's minus here.
Actually,
No, you
add
plus.
plus.
It's a
You
plus.
And you're adding them, yeah.
Go. Even if you choose wrong,
3A plus 2B.
no.
A equals 2.
B minus B.
0.
Yes.
So I just said that. I said
Did
cancel them out.
So A is 2.
Oh, it's not a cancel. It's not a cancel out
Oh, but it's
before the plus. Don't worry. It's
Don't
okay.
worry.
so I was right.
A equals 2.
Yeah.
Okay. What are we gonna do with that 2?
Substitute it in. Yes.
Minus B. I'm going to change it to the other side, and the minus 1 is going to go to the other side.
So it's about B equals 3.
B equals 3.
Oh, A equals 2.
B equals 3.
B equals 3.
Okay.
C equals 1.
The most
That's
important.
really easy, actually.
The most important thing is you know how to get there to the simultaneous by punching 3 coordinates in.
And now do we put it into a...
Oh yeah. So now you would say 2x squared plus 3x plus 1 is our equation.
Yikes.
That is
right.
Let's keep doing it. Do it again. Something like that. This cursor is going great. Okay, in the SAC, you're going to be given graphs like this. And you need to find out what the equation is from the graph. Can anyone tell me anything significant?
Passes through 0, 0.
Good. Okay.
Let's have 1 instead of 0.
Okay.
So we kind of like station 1.
That's right. So really, just by looking, if something is stuck right on the cursor, on the crosshair, right here, all you need to work out, we know that it's an x squared equation. There's nothing else attached to it. It hasn't moved up because it's stuck there. It hasn't moved to the left or the right. If it's moved to the left or the right, you'd normally see something else happening on the right-hand side. So you can use this basic equation, but we must always consider the D word. What's the D word?
Dilation.
The dilation. Okay. And to get the dilation, what do we use, Zach, for the dilation? What's useful to get to the dilation to work it out? You forgot? It's looking right at you. A point. Okay, and we work backwards to get A. Okay. Should be 3 on 8. So our equation is 3 on 8 x squared. Okay. Let's go again.
Yeah. What's this one?
What's a good basic equation?
Why? Because mx plus c.
No.
No, actually.
This one was helpful when it's right in the middle. But notice this graph here has now been shifted up.
Y x plus
So what must we also add to our starting point?
c plus 2.
A C. We've got to add a C. We've got to account that there's something happening
Yeah,
there.
that c's 2, right?
Okay.
See, I did right. You were here.
Okay. So it is 2.
See?
Just by looking at it.
You have ready.
Once again, we're going to use our points. What should I sub in first, husband? Okay. Let's look at
No, you're right.
let's use -5, negative 8. Remember, these are just x and y's. Punch them in. My y turns into a -8. My x turns into a -5. And 2 is already there. Okay. -8. Take away 2 equals a times what number?
25.
25. -8 take away -2. So -10. Which is -10 on 25. If I simplify that fraction, I get how many 5s and 10?
2 and 5.
2 and 5. And that's a negative.
Hell yeah. Oh, hell no.
I'm writing really quick,
Bro,
but that's the
yeah,
answer.
Shot took me so bad.
Okay.
Who's what?
I saw this guy.
Oh,
This it was like it was the right shot, but it was the wrong person.
Yeah.
We needed people to hit shots in this way.
Okay. Next question. I'll give a lolly for this question.
Oh,
What's a good starting? What's a good starting?
Sorry.
Okay, what are you going to say?
Oh, you already have your intercepts.
Yeah. So what would we write down?
0, 0, and 0.
Yep, we're getting there.
5,
What's my starting equation though?
Nah. That's not lolly.
What's my starting equation though?
Y
Y
equals ax squared plus
A-
bx.
Because you can just use it instead.
Okay.
Yeah.
What'd you say again? Okay, I know my intercept is an x. That's 5. So is it plus or minus in the bracket? -5. If I have a zero, what's in the other bracket? Excellent. Very. Okay, I'll give you. It's just the x.
What's the expired there?
Did you say that, Jesse?
Never.
Did you? You did. Did anyone say anything here? Did I miss anything? Any right answers, do you think?
That's my call.
What did you say, Rita?
If someone did
X.
Someone's up.
obvious.
Oh, very good enough. Emily, what did you say?
Oh, in the
You can see the brackets.
Yeah.
Okay, what are we missing?
Do you want to be a mechanic? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
What are we missing?
The square.
No.
Oh.
For our a dilation.
Sorry, got this. How we do that? Do I?
I'm a bit off.
No. I wasn't talking to you. I wasn't talking
I know,
to you.
but don't sweat. Shh. Okay, quickly. Automatically, we're subbing points. Molly, question. Why am I not substituting? Why did I go for the 18 and the -1 to sub? Why didn't I sub in the 5? Why didn't I sub in 5, 0? Why? Because that's a coordinate. Why did I choose this coordinate instead of this coordinate? 3.
Would be -5.
No. Did I hear? Yes. Okay. If you put here 0 equals a times 5 times 5 minus 5, the whole thing collapses. Okay. Oh, I'm so off today. Okay. Sorry, Zach. Two minutes.
When are you going to post the answers to the practice set?
Maybe next week.
You should do like this Friday. I think that's reasonable.
Okay, last one.
So what are you doing Wednesdays? Well, that ask.
Not much. Just relax.
Just take a walk.
Nah, I can't.
Yeah, sometimes.
You had it.
If the sun is out. I don't like when the sun is out.
Do you think about mathematics?
Hmm?
Do you think about mathematics?
I only think about it at school. Oh, not really.
Brian's always thinking about it.
All right.
Okay, stop it.
Hey, he heard you
You said Ryan.
on
Yeah,
YouTube.
he did. He's
I'm gonna send him the link now.
You know what? Mr. Ryan is in every math class. So.
Look carefully. What's a good starting equation to start this one off?
I don't know, man. That sounds
Focus. Do I have to get the lollies out? Already out.
It's a dilation.
So
A X bracket
No brackets.
A
Okay.
X.
Is there any shifts from a normal x squared?
Yeah.
That's x squared.
Yes.
Where are they going?
-2.
Down
and
to the left. To the left.
-2.
Once you see a shift up and down, you need a C. Once you see a shift left to right, you need
X. -2x.
You need the middle bit too. Okay. You got to start off with this when there's all shifts happening everywhere. Okay. And then I'm not going to complete this question. I'm just going to start it off. Zaid. What's the first coordinate you're going to put in, Zaid?
The X.
Which one?
-2 because we don't know the other one.
Okay, so what's -2? It's -2 what? 0.
Yeah.
Back.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. What's our C?
Your C is -2.
-2.
Right, that one is
Okay.
Yeah, let me try to take it out.
So I can change this into -2. What else can I substitute in, Maya? The 2 and the 4. So I go 4 equals A, 2 squared plus B times 2 minus 2. You've got two equations. We've got our intercept already. Without doing any more work, what are we going to do? But
Why are you on this?
I feel like I've been more find out.
simultaneous.
Oh, you were just
Like I could spend 2 hours somewhere else. It's
so Yeah.
likely to look at time.
Listen carefully. Can you see how simultaneous equations has popped up again to solve this question here? Now you have to do your simultaneous on what's left over. Okay.
Luckily, it's going to be 4. Wait,
Yeah.
what the hell?
So we can reduce it.
It's going to be 8.
Why? But why?
Oh yeah, you just
You were talking about you can just take this out.
It's actually pretty obvious.
You should know that.
We can make the equation smaller and work with what we've got. Are we going to add or subtract these ones?
Add your done.
Unless
We're gonna add. Or
Four is 2 8.
you can actually add or subtract, actually.
2 is 8.
No,
No, but you're still wrong.
It doesn't matter.
let's just subtract it just for the fun of it.
Okay, let's subtract.
No, it's doing too much.
Okay, let's add. If you do add, you'll get the same. B equals 1.
What? I thought
How
that's
did you get that?
because if we add, we can get A's.
Do that. Exactly. Probably like an idiot. You made it so obvious. You're like, I thought you should have thought.
Okay, A equals 1, B equals 1.
So can I ask a question?
Yes, say it.
If we if we added the equations though,
Yeah.
it would have been
4.
oh my goodness, never mind.
Yeah, you got it?
Never mind. Yeah, got it.
Good. It'd be the same. Okay. That's about it for today for that.
9 seconds. So you signed for the weekend?
Always.
You got tonight a lot.
Yeah, I have a mini weekend.
You just don't work Wednesdays?
Yeah. The last example that I haven't done is very much a repeat of what we have been doing. Okay. Here's the notes. Now,
I'm going to try to do that last.
if
The squid.